Hello everyone, welcome to the brand new section, Working with Visualizations. In this section, you will learn how to visualize and present data and analyze the findings from the data science approach you have adopted to solve a particular problem. There are various types of visualization to display your findings: bar plots, the scatter plots, pie charts, and so on. And it is very important to choose an appropriate method that can reflect your findings and work in a sensible and aesthetically pleasing manner. Now we move on to the first video of this section that deals with plotting basic arrays. We will see what rand function is, uses of scatter plot, and Gadfly scatter. Let's learn about plotting basic arrays. Arrays are one of the fundamental data structures used in data analysis to store various types of data. They are also a quick way to store columns or dimensions in data. For statistical analysis, as well as exploratory analysis through plots and visualization. Arrays are also very easy to plot, and they are simple. When visualization is being done with two columns of a dataset, it means that the two column values are taken in the form of separate arrays and then plotted against each other, which again makes arrays very important. Now, how to get started. To get started with this video, you have to install the Gadfly library. This can be done using this command, package.add Gadfly. Next, to import the library, we can import it by calling by its name, which is Gadfly. This can be done like this, using Gadfly. Now let's see how to do it. For this video, you need to perform these steps. Firstly, let's generate two random arrays A and B and plot them against each other. We can use the rand function to generate an array of random numbers by giving it the length of the array as an input argument. This can be done like this. Plot of x equals rand of 10, y equals rand of 10. As there are no plot aesthetic elements defined, a point geometry is assumed by default. The scatter plot can be further improved by connecting the points with lines so that we can get a broken line plot. This can be done by adding in the geom.line argument in the preceding plot function. We will plot two random arrays against each other, just like we did in the example we saw earlier. This can be done like this. Plot x equals rand 10, y equals rand 10, geom dot point, geom dot line. This is the plot. Gadfly scatter plots can also be customized to scale according to the values in either of the axes. This helps in plotting very high and very low values without distorting the plot. This can be done by including the scale argument in the plot function along with the axis and the type of scaling needed, like this. The plot aesthetics and legends can also be added in the same plot function as additional arguments. The Gadfly plot function takes in the guide argument as the legend details, which include the labels for the x and y axes, and also the plot title. This can be done like this. Now let's see how it works. A point geometry plot is popularly called a scatter plot. It takes in two arrays as its input aesthetics. The scatter plot is a bare skeleton when it comes to aesthetics. In other words, It is the simplest scatter plot with no added Gadfly aesthetics. Adding aesthetics adds value to the plot and displays quantitative information better and in a more informed way. Adding the geom.line argument to the plot function converts the scatter plot into a broken line plot, which helps us understand the data trends and the spread of the data through the geom.point argument in the plot function. When data points from two different scales are plotted against each other, the uneven nature of the numbers might break the plot, so the scale arguments help us deal with this issue. The values are represented as squares or powers according to the argument on the plot, which helps preserve the structure of the plot and represents the values better. Plot legends and aesthetics are always helpful, and they add a lot of value to the plot. Aesthetics such as the X label and the Y label and other details help us understand and make sense of the data being displayed in the plot. It is recommended aesthetics that are as simple as possible, so that they don't dominate the visual information on the plot. Amazing! In this video we have dealt with plotting basic arrays. We saw what rand function is, uses of scatterplot and gadfly scatter.